Now, how you meet your wife? Of 61 years going strong.
Oh, I was in the Navy. I was at the Naval Academy in Annapolis for about 3 years. I was sent there when I come out of boot camp at Great Lakes, Illinois, Camp Robert Smalls. And there was another guy I wasn't married then, and so he was from Brooklyn, New York, matter of fact. And so he would, on the weekend, he would encourage me to come with him to go visit his family in Brooklyn, around Fulton Avenue, Nostrand, and them places. And he was dating a girl. And anyway, I met her sister. I lived out there in Canarsie. Anyway, we started dating, and of course she was about 16 at that time. And I just turned. I was about 17 or something. We got married quite early. Anyway, we decided one weekend they were coming down to North Carolina. The family to meet with the other family members for a little weekend or whatever it was. And while we were down here, we decided we were gonna get married.
Wow.
And we went to Dillon, South Carolina, and got married.
Now, how long y'all was together before y'all got married?
Maybe a month or two.
Wow, you knew that was the one. I mean, you ladies' man, and you knew this was the one out of all the women.
Well, that was sort of like that. Of all the women that I had run across in my travels, this one, the one that seemed like, if I gotta get married, let me get married with somebody of choice. We got married, and so her father and her mother were in this town called Blackburn, a little small, crooked-ass town. And so I give the judge $10. That's all I had left over. And I had $5 to buy some food for the highway. Cause when we got back to where the family was, they'd already gone back to New York. They said, y'all go to hell. So we had her daddy's car, old Hudson. That was flat hut. And so we said, well, we better hit the damn highway. This is in August now. So we hit the damn highway, and we had just enough money to pay the tolls on I-95. And we had just enough money. And I was coming through a place called Glen Burnie, Maryland. And my wife, before we got to Glen Burnie, my wife got sick because she was hungry, and we didn't have any money buying food. So we were stopped by the watermelon field, stealing 2 watermelons. It's in August when the watermelon was full bloom. And we get in the car there so hungry, eating them watermelons. And she got sick from that. And so I'm on the highway, zippity-doo, and passed a highway patrolman in an unmarked car. They pulled us over. And pulled us in this little town, I forget now, in New Jersey, whatever it was. And so me and my buddy, so they put us in jail. And the girl was in the car. Both of them sick. So I had this one little camera I used in Vietnam. So they allowed me to go out there on the highway. I was in my uniform to go back to the nearest town, which was Philadelphia. And I was my goal was to go back there and try to put in a pawn shop to get enough money to get us out of jail, which is about $50. So I never did get to Philadelphia, but I stopped at a gas station in another little town outside of Glen Burnie, and the gasoline station. He took a chance on me and let me have enough gas. I left my camera with him.
Mm-hmm.
I did go back later, about a month later, and retrieve it. But after I got out of Glen Burnie and got into Brooklyn, New York, and going the back ways on Highway 1, finally made it to Brooklyn.
Wow.
Sometime, I mean, really. And so
that's an interesting honeymoon. That's an interesting way to spend a honeymoon.
Yeah, and so anyway, we got back, and the other guy's family lived in Brooklyn. They had this 3-story, the high rise. Cause they put us in the basement after we told we were married. We went into the basement. So, but that week, before the week was out, the family, my buddy and his wife, they had a family. His family had a big party, in their honor. Their wedding. We weren't even invited.
Oh.
But we ended up anyway at the party. And wife took her down to a store in Brooklyn called Nam's Loja. I'll never forget that store. And I bought her a dress out of my meager earnings, okay? And that's what she wore to that reception. And I made a commitment to my wife that night. I says, I'm a Navy seaman, I ain't got nothing. I said, one day you have everything that you need, what you want. You have your own car, your own house, your own bank account, your own checkbook. I said, you're going to have all that because you've been done so, treated so unroyally here with this family. But anyway, it come to pass that I did all those things. And the boy, he ended up, he dead, she dead. He got on drugs and he had curly hair, nice looking, and all that. But I got everything I made the commitment to this day.
Yes, sir.
So, pretty much.
And when your wedding anniversary, what day is that?
When is the anniversary? In August. We just passed it here.
So you said 61 years, so it's August.
Yeah.
Like what is 52? Y'all got married August 1952? Is that right?
I can't think that clearly, but the exact date.
You said 61 years you got passed, so I'm saying it's 213 now, so I'm thinking August 52. Okay, that's great. Well, I ain't gonna keep you on, but I want to thank you for allowing me to interview you on these last couple of days. Really appreciate that. Great information.